And you're watching Iowa High School basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Ringing in the new year and returning to the court, we've got an exciting doubleheader of CIML hoops coming your way as the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars go up against the Wolves of Waukee Northwest. And hello, basketball fans. Happy New Year to all of you from Waukee Northwest High School alongside Tracy Daly. I'm Hunter Phillips. And Tracy, this is the time of year where you're finally getting out of break, getting back into a rhythm. And we're going to start off with two teams that are ranked within the top 12. So buckle up for an exciting night of hoops here to begin the new year.
Yeah, it should be a great night. Everybody's had the holiday food and holiday breaks over, back in shape and trying to get some wins.
And so as a former head coach and yourself, what is it like to get that mindset back after that long layoff and that, again, these kind of games are really going to be ultra competitive, especially here where a lot of seeding and a lot of positioning within the CIML is on the line.
Yeah, well, I think we all saw last year and the year before that CIML has definitely kind of elevated itself, and it's been a gauntlet. So I think everybody knows at Christmas you can't take too much time off. You can't rest too much because it's going to hit you if you do. And January is going to hit you quick, and January and February are going to be rough to try to get to the state tournament.
So it's 2024. Here we go, Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. Let's go ahead and look at some of the players that we'll keep an eye on here tonight. And we'll begin with Ankeny Centennial's Maya Crawford, future Drake Bulldog, the leading scorer for the Jaguars this year. And Tracy, she is the ultimate competitor out there, the definition of a Bulldog. Look at, especially for a guard, the amount of rebounds, 7 rebounds per contest and almost 3 steals per game.
Yeah, she's really impressive on both ends of the floor. You know, she can guard a guard, she can guard a post. I know when we played them, she guarded some of our bigger girls and did a really good job inside. She can guard the outside. And just efficient and, very aggressive rebounding wise, and then also taking it to the rim, like you should see there. She does a fantastic job. Her
and Jaden Pratt really provide that 1-2 punch for the Jaguars, which makes them a dangerous team night in and night out. But on the other side for Waukee Northwest, they also have a young player to keep an eye on. A lot of young, talented, up-and-coming players with this Wolves program, and that is going to be Romy Croat. Player that can really be just a versatile option for Sam Powell's Wolves, averaging just over 10 points per game and pretty balanced there. Tracy, when you look at that stat line, there's a lot to look ahead in terms of the future of this program for Waukee Northwest.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like, she rebounds well, pushes the floor well, has good court vision, nice passing ability, 10 points a game, and then the 3.7 assists per game is big.
So they love to distribute the basketball, and like you've seen here through these highlights, the Wolves are very good in transition, and they'll look to be able to use that tonight against one of the better defensive teams in the entire state in Ankeny Centennial. Here at the Den in Waukee, it's Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you all set up for tip-off here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. the Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We're getting closer and closer to tip-off here for the first set of games in 2024. Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial, a girls-boys doubleheader, which tips off with a girls matchup featuring two top 12 teams in Class 5A. Hunter Phillips and Tracy Daly, delighted to have you with us here for what is no doubt going to be a thrilling night, especially on the girls' side, looking like it's going to be a really tightly contested game. And don't sleep on Waukee Northwest on the boys' side as well. Ankeny Centennial is coming in with a lot of momentum, but here at the Den, they have certainly been tough customers. And so two teams that are looking to start off the new year on a high note, and two teams that certainly have playoff aspirations to reach the Wells Fargo Arena. This will be one of those games that potentially look back on the calendar as a turning point, no doubt about it. And so for both of these squads, pretty even in terms of records. Ankeny Centennial at number 6, and the latest rankings coming out from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union at 5-5. Meanwhile, Waukee Northwest checking in at number 12 at 5-4. And we will have a treat of a matchup as you see one legendary head coach paired up against another. Scott DeYoung in his 11th season at Ankeny Centennial. 690 career wins for one of the most illustrious careers in state history. But on the other side, Sam Powell coming back into the fold as a head coach after a tremendous tenure at Des Moines East, where he won 253 career games. Again, it is the Wolves and the Jaguars squaring off here in Waukee. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll meet the starters and tip-off of CIML basketball here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and say. Now, fans, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeYarmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Mach-E. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeYarmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Bree Barnes and Abby Smith. And for your Wolves, please welcome Lauren Dunn, Ayana Cross, Kira Giesman, Katie Basta, Sarah Andurko, Linus Posetto, and Kylie Sadiq. The game officials as assigned by the CIML tonight are Mr. Mike Waller, Mr. Travis Carroll, and Mr. Scott Cook. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Ankeny Centennial High School. A 5'6" junior, number 1, Ava Barton. A 5'10" junior, number 4, Jaden Kratz. The head coach of the Jaguars is Scott DeYoung. And now, on your feet, Wolves fans, here's the starting lineup for your Northwest Wolves. A 5'8" freshman, number 12, Tatum DeVries. A 5'8" sophomore, number 22, Lana Village. A 6'1" freshman, number 24, Logan Boats. A 5'9" freshman, number 32, Roman Crouch. And a 6'1" senior, number 34, Sadie Moss. The head coach of the Wolves is Sam Powell.
It is number 6 versus number 12 in Class 5A. Here at the Den, Waukee Northwest High School, Ankeny Centennial taking on Waukee Northwest once again alongside Tracy Daly. I'm Hunter Phillips here for a CIML doubleheader of hoops to ring in the new year. And so when hearing those starting lineups, Tracy, there is certainly experience on both sides, but also a lot of youth as well, which just really shows the overall depth for both of these teams, and not only for this year, but the years to come.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one thing when both of these teams are playing with the coaches that are coaching them, you know there's going to be defense played. And that's, I think, for me, the most exciting thing is to just watch kids get after it and play good defense tonight.
So the ball is sent in the air. Ankeny Centennial wins it. And in 2 seconds, they strike first. They're off the tip-off. A good start for the Jaguars here in the early portion of the first quarter. Tatum DeVries starting in her second game of the season. Had the ball there initially for the Wolves. Good defense in the low post by the Jaguars. And if you're going to get baskets tonight, they're going to be hard-earned on both ends, especially against an Ankeny Centennial team that gives up just 43.3 points per game. A travel will give the ball to Ankeny Centennial here with 7.5 to play, just getting underway in our opening quarter.
I think the fun matchup right away is going to be Pratt and Moss down low.
That's that experience factor.
Yep.
Up top, here's a three that's able to rattle home for Ava Martin, one of 8 juniors that are on this Ankeny Centennial team, and they're off to a 5-0 start here at the Den. Behind the back dribble look there from Croach. He was our impact player to watch before we got started. Logan Vogt, the dump down low. DeVries. No look pass, but how about the closeout from Maya Crawford to deny the triple try?
Looks like they're double teaming that post right away, trying to get her to give it up, which is a smart move.
Just extreme pressure put on by the Jaguars as the shot clock is winding down for Waukee Northwest. Once again, the Wolves will give it up. So certainly the Jaguars implementing their style of play has given them the upper hand here early. So while Ankeny Centennial, Tracy, a team that no doubt their strength is on the defensive end of the floor, average just 46.9 points per game, but it's their defense that oftentimes creates the offense as we have a foul on the floor.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's something they've always been so strong in their defense. Probably, I would argue, one of the best teams in the state consistently. And I was curious what the shot clock would do with their offense, but.
So Tilly Smith, the junior, at the line and gets the friendly roll on the first free throw attempt. Ankeny Centennial as a team shooting 63% from the line, and for Tilly Smith, who's again one of the number of juniors that are on this squad, averaging 5.5 points per game, and it's a early 7-point lead for Ankeny Centennial here on the road. Using the back cut, And reverse layup up and in for Sadie Moss. The versatile 6'1" junior is able to get the Wolves on the board.
I think we're seeing why they want to double her.
There she goes right there, impacting that low post feed. And now the Wolves sprinting to their end of the floor. Off the drive, Bilic. We'll see her brother Sandro play in a second game of our doubleheader. Players for the Jaguars getting tangled up there off the ball. DeVries with the give, a nice touch off the glass. So after an early 7-0 spurt by the Jaguars, the Wolves cut it now to a 3-point lead. Exciting back and forth start to this one here at Waukee. Crawford gives it up far side. Ava Martin knocked down a 3 earlier, trying to use glass. No, Jaden Pratt with the rebound, but the putback attempt gets denied.
Sadie Moss is so good at that. She's got very long arms.
Moss, one of 2 players for Waukee Northwest who will take their talents to Northwest Missouri State, where their former head coach, Chris Guess, a Hall of Famer, is now on the staff down there, and that's certainly been a very fruitful connection between those 2 schools. Aliyah Al-Hamid in for Waukee Northwest, also going to Northwest Missouri State, and Crawford creating off the dribble, able to add that wrinkle into her game, 9-4 Ankeny Centennial.
It's a nice fadeaway to create space like that.
Sadie Moss occupying a few Jaguars, and that leaves an open shooter. And Bilic knocks down the triple near side. So it took a little bit, Tracy, for the Wolves to get going, but now they've been able to score on their last 3 possessions.
Yeah, I got the jitters out of the way. Just a little bit more patience.
Crawford says no to the 3 ball. Floater up and in there for Tilly Smith, who has 4 points. Right now, both sides trading baskets, but no doubt this contest is going to come down to who can make plays on the defensive end of the floor. Al-Hamid and Jaden Pratt right there to come away with the swipe.
Ooh.
Crawford in transition. Loose with the basketball. Now the Jaguars will reset. Crawford taking it to the rack. No on the layup. And Pratt will be called for the foul from behind. It will be Waukee Northwest basketball. So for Waukee Northwest again, the number 12 team in the state, but led by a new head coach in Sam Powell. We talked about Chris Guess, so really ushering in a new era. But how nice is it, Tracy, to be able to have someone that has so much experience in Sam Powell to be able to keep this tradition alive in terms of winning basketball, as it will say with Waukee Northwest off the miss.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely a great get for them. And I think just bringing, like you said, his experience and knowledge of the game. And, you know, if I can remember back when we coached against each other, he was always extremely aggressive, extremely physical. Girls played hard, and you're seeing that tonight already.
Coached numerous Division I athletes. Of course, had that undefeated year, 2011 at East, won the state title. That team was absolutely loaded, led by Markeisha Wright, who went on to play at Notre Dame and was an assistant coach at Drake, now at Oklahoma, just to name a few. So no doubt brings a winning pedigree to continue here at Waukee Northwest.
Absolutely.
Close call there off the inbounds. Vanberg, who just checked in, one of many young faces on this Northwest team. And how about the confident stroke from downtown for Croat? Averaging 10 points per game, and she can certainly light it up. But how about Crawford finishing with the contact? Maya Crawford wasting little time there to be able to attack the heart of the Wolves defense.
It's some nice takes to her left. Great strong finish.
Crawford, the leading scorer for the Jaguars. Of course, is a verbal commit to Drake University. One of 2 Missouri Valley Conference commits on this Ankeny Centennial team. Leads by 4. Just a shade under 3 to go here in our first quarter. Ball batted loose and stolen away by the Jaguars down low. Calling for it is Martin, 3 on the way. Off the mark. Ball will go to Waukee Northwest. So that'll allow Finley Blackmore, the junior, to check back in. And Tracy, with it being such an aggressive style of play really for both sides and how they really like to press on defense, no doubt being able to utilize depth is going to be a key for both of these sides tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I just like watching the scrappy, like this right here, this help defense, getting a steal.
Maya Crawford getting the friendly roll as it trickles in. Again, defense creating offense, and Maya Crawford is helping set the tone early here on the road as the Jaguars are up by 6.
It's one thing I can really admire now is watching Ankeny Centennial play defense the way they do.
Just think, as a team, Ankeny Centennial averages 10 steals per game. 3 steals per game coming from number 5, who just picked the pocket of the Wolves there. And then no hesitation at all, just going right there to the rim. Has been able to finish with not only her left hand, but also her right as well. We saw a little mid-range game as well. Just showing a little bit of everything here early. Crawford thought about penetration dribble. But instead, the Jaguars stay outside. Pratt finds an open shooter. Off target there from Lizzie Beam. Got a tie up. Held ball signaled. It will be with Waukee Northwest, but you see Coach DeYoung really loving the overall effort that he has seen. Again, coming out of the holiday break, just trying to shake that rust off. It took Ankeny Centennial 2 seconds to be able to dent the score column and just have not looked back ever since, leading 16-10. Counting down to the final within 90 seconds of this first quarter.
Looks like Northwest has switched to a zone on the other end. And the Jaguars have picked up a little bit more pressure in the full court.
Crawford. 3 on the way. No, in and out for Beam. Has had 2 good looks again coming off of that zone. Tough drive, but better hands there by the Wolves in the paint. Just get the sense that even though it is a 6-point game, Waukee Northwest really needs a basket, as it's been a while. Foul on the floor. There's Al Hamid draws contact.
Centennial foul is on 35. Kylan Smith, her first team, second quarter. 23.
So Al Hamid, who had started in the previous 9 games for Waukee Northwest, coming off the bench. No doubt a big key for what they want to do. So that whistle occurred right as the inbounds was thrown into Tatum DeVries. 2 quick infractions on Kylan Smith. Collecting the inbounds is Danberg. Backs it out to DeVries. Al Hamid with a jab step. 3? No. One and done possession for the Wolves, as now the Jaguars will have about a 5-second differential between the shot and the game clock here to close out the first quarter. Maya Crawford with a strong first quarter with 7 points. Pair of steals, rebounds, even throw in a block.
Ooh, yep.
Just a little off sync there. Blackmore of the free throw line had a good look there for Kylan Smith on the low post, but goes out of play.
Yeah, I think right idea, wrong execution.
Also checking in the Wolves, number 34, Sadie Moss.
Sadie Moss, who did have back-to-back baskets for the Wolves. They're in their first set of points here in the quarter. Coming off the bench after getting a bit of a breather. Maybe trying to get her involved here in this final possession of the opening quarter. Instead, it's a 3-ball that's deflected by the Jaguars. Crawford bringing it up, hoists up a 3, and there was some contact there.
I thought he was going to call it for a second.
I thought so too, but instead it does close out the first quarter, an entertaining one at that, opening 8 minutes here at Waukee Northwest. It is the visitors from Ankeny Centennial up by 6 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Our year-end Red Tag event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Or 0% APR for 72 months on Bighorns. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And our last 2023 Jeep Cherokee on sale for $40,990. Incredible year-end savings at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. DeArmondAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Welcome back here to Waukee Northwest High School. Ankeny Centennial leading by 6 after 8 minutes of play, 16-10. Hunter Phillips and Tracy Daly here with you for a doubleheader of CIML hoops on CISN.TV. Jaden Pratt lets her first shot fly, and that rims out. So, Tracy, what did you really see there in that first quarter from both sides? Again, a lot of the talking points were defense on both ends, but really seemed like Ankeny Centennial was able to build some things because of that lockdown defense.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens this quarter when they stay in that zone, if Waukee stays in the zone, just because it seems to stall the offense just a little bit because they were getting so much penetration, especially with Maya driving in with the 2 strong finishes. So I'm curious to see if they stay in it and what that does for the offense of the Jaguars.
Good follow-up there from Danberg. Off the rebound, there is Jaden Pratt, and Danberg getting it done on both ends. Waukee Northwest looking to take advantage. Croats had the hot hand for Waukee Northwest, sets the screen for Billich. Floater from inside the free throw line. Had the right idea. Sadie Moss, though, occupies just so much space, Tracy, there in the low block, and gets fouled on the putback attempt.
Yeah, she's good down, so good down low. Like I said, those long arms and the extension she's able to get has always been impressive.
Leading scorer for Waukee Northwest at 11.5 points per game and shooting 73% from the line, along with almost 8 rebounds per game. No doubt is off to a strong start to her final campaign here at Waukee Northwest. Hits both, and just like that, the lead is trimmed down to 2 for Ankeny Centennial.
We talked about that zone of Waukee, and I think that Centennial has the right idea with their offense. See if they can get some to knock down.
Pratt thought that maybe she was fouled. Still looking for her first points here on the night. Spot up 3, short. Pratt, who's so good as a defensive rebounder, snares it. Crawford brings it up. 3 on the way, and knocking it down is Tilly Smith, who has also provided a lot, especially from downtown. 19-14. Ankeny Centennial has led since the start. Moss. Pratt down low. That was one of those battles that you wanted to see. And Sadie Moss, too much for Jaden Pratt there in the low block.
Just a simple cross screen, but so hard to guard.
So now Moss up to 6 points. Coming up empty are the Jaguars on that latest trip down the floor. Looking to get closer. Potentially tie this one up. Here are the Wolves. Logan Vogt, top of the key. Al-Hamid. So tricky off the dribble. Created a little space, but the floater left short. Hits off the iron. And now it's Crawford. Up for Centennial. Thought about the three instead. Dishes it out to Ava Martin. Hit the first three on the night for the Jaguars. Crawford lets it fly and knocks that one down.
A lot of patience in their offense.
For Maya Crawford, her 5th make from beyond the arc this season. Only attempted 17. Again, it's normally the one that helps set those plays up, but a three-pointer is going to be waved off here. Legal screen set by Waukee Northwest.
Right idea, though. A lot of screen action. Just moved a little bit on that last one.
So again, with Waukee Northwest being the newest school here in the Metro. 5th all-time meeting between these two sides. Ankeny Centennial leading the series 3-1. The very first meeting was won by Waukee Northwest, who may have gotten away with a walk.
Trying again with the same offense, same offensive set.
Al-Hamid really was sped up there, and credit to Ankeny Centennial, who, Tracy, not too long ago, they were the new kids on the block, and now just amazing to see the program that they have built.
Yeah, for sure. They went straight from Ankeny to Centennial and didn't skip a beat.
And Crawford was able to connect with the foul, and she has gotten that fadeaway to really work. And boy, Waukee Northwest has had no answer for number 5.
No, she's doing a nice job. She's very aggressive, and I love her intensity and her excitement when things go right.
On for Ankeny Centennial, coming into this game, having won 2 straight, really battle-tested in the early going. Last 2 wins have come against number 8 Ankeny and then number 3 in Class 4A North Polk. But there was a stretch where this team was really struggling to find an identity. But so far, they have found it, and they have been able to deliver it in a big way. 27-16 Jaguars over the Wolves. (11-6). Ankeny Centennial has outscored Waukee Northwest here in the quarter. DeVries off the mark on the 3. Crawford normally has the green light. Set her position, but the hook shot comes up a little strong. Now it's the Wolves who had the first 4 points of the quarter, trying to work out of its largest deficit of the night. Still nothing going for the Wolves. Jaguars so fundamentally sound on defense.
Yeah, just a little stagnant on offense. Can't quite seem to get what they want. Pratt's doing a really good job on Moss down low.
One of the adjustments she made after Moss was really able to get things going here to start the second quarter. Cross-court pass knocked away by Moss. It will remain with Ankeny Centennial. And so what does that say about a player, Tracy, in that you kind of got beat a little bit on your opening set of possessions, as we do have a timeout on the floor called by Waukee Northwest? What does it say about a player just being able to bounce back, the mental fortitude to be able to continue to really continue to play well defensively, because Jaden Pratt is one of the better defensive players in the state.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what's tough is, Sadie Moss is equally as talented on offense, but it's just when it's a one-on-one situation, that's different, but they're bringing so much, just enough help to where you don't want to make the lob pass inside, because you're going to have, they're going to steal it, and if you don't help, she's going to be too open. So it's a tricky balance. but they're looking at her. She's just, just doesn't quite seem like she's as open as she needs to be.
Well, and for Jaden Pratt, we highlighted back in the first quarter that she is one of 2 players that are committed to Missouri Valley Conference schools. She'll take her talents to Normal, Illinois at Illinois State. They've now have a solid number of Iowans out there for one of the top programs in the MVC. They're all starting to keep an eye on the Des Moines Metro and all the talent that is coming around. Pratt gives it back out to Crawford, who has 13 points, almost single-handedly has outscored Waukee Northwest as a team as the shot clock expired. Nothing there for Jaden Pratt. Good look. So now for the Wolves, Tracy, what do they need to do? I know trying to identify Sadie Moss there, but may have been a forced pass. I know that's who they want to get to, but at this point, down by 11, you don't really want to force things.
Nice block by her. Yeah, I think just a little bit of misdirection, maybe some ball screens just to try to get a little bit more movement. But it's kind of like if you look, it's a 4-out, 1-in, just kind of looking in and then pass, looking in, pass, a little bit of handoff and some one-on-one. I think if they set some screens, they had the double down screen that they did back-to-back, got an open look.
Well, and this is an accomplished Waukee Northwest team. Here's we're already at the minute-and-a-half mark here to close out this first half. 5th in Class 5A in scoring, 4th in assists, so they know how to get it done. But again, something's going to have to give when you have these kind of styles of play, and so far it just has been the Jaguars that really had the upper hand in multiple categories.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience that Centennial doesn't look like they're doing anything special, but the way that they defend just one-on-one it's tough. It's tough to score every time you play them.
Not only physically, but mentally as well, just trying to crack the code. 3 on the shot clock here for the Wolves. They have to hoist one up and did not realize it. Turnover will give the ball back to Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny Centennial, a squad that's 1-2 on the road, looking for a big win here and off to a solid half to this contest, and that helps too. Finley Blackmore splashes it down, 30-16. Been a huge second quarter for the Jaguars. DeVries catch and shoot 3 on target, but didn't reach the basket. We'll stay with Waukee Northwest.
On that last possession, they got it into Moss, but if you notice, when they got it into her, they had 3 people right on her. It's going to be tough for her to do too much once she gets it.
Operating out of the inbounds. Catching is Danberg. 2 points here in the quarter. Throwing it off the window, no. There for Moss. 28 seconds and counting. The shot clock is off for the Jaguars, looking to put an exclamation point on the board before heading into the locker room at half. Crawford has dazzled here in his opening 2 quarters. Now directing traffic. Just not quite what the Jaguars wanted there. Ava Martin setting the illegal screen that will set up shop for the Wolves with 5 seconds to go before we head to halftime.
24, Lizzie Beam checks in for Centennial.
Lizzie Beam, a defensive substitution for Scott DeYoung. Nothing going for Waukee Northwest. Billich thought maybe she could get to the glass and maybe draw some contact, but nothing there. And so a commanding lead for Ankeny Centennial after 1 half of play. They go into the locker room leading 30-16. Led 16-10 after the first quarter and then really put it on there in the second quarter. So 1 half in the books here at the Den. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime coverage for you next here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Waukee. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we have reached halftime at Waukee Northwest High School, and it is the visitors from Ankeny Centennial that have the advantage at the break. 30-16 our score after 16 minutes of action. Hunter Phillips and Tracy Daly, once again delighted to have you with us here as we ring in the new year on CISN.TV. And so, Tracy, you look at that first quarter where it was really Ankeny Centennial that set the tone early, outscored Waukee Northwest 16-10, but then how about that second quarter, limiting them to just 6 points, and they scored 14, and so the defense created the offense, and just a huge credit goes to, again, Ankeny Centennial's really tight grip on defense, not really giving Waukee Northwest many options.
Right, and like I said, as expected with the Centennial team, you know their defense is going to be tough, and just their ability to turn, like you said, defense to offense and get those breakaway layups is just, it's brutal when you're on the other side of it, and I think, you know, their ability to break the zone, too. I was curious how they were going to do that, and they're getting a lot of high-low and kicking out for threes. I'd love to see them get a high-low to a short corner for a layup. But, yeah, they're doing a great job of being patient and getting open shots.
Well, and there was plenty of star power there on full display in the first half. Maya Crawford, 13 points alone there, but not just the scoring. It was also what she was able to do on the defensive end of the floor and showing off her overall versatility, though, as a scorer, knocking down a three, showing off the mid-range game as well. She's been awfully impressive through one half.
Yeah, that fadeaway is nice. I don't remember that quite as strong as it is right now, and I don't even know if she missed a shot, to be honest. I can't remember her missing one. For sure inside, she's doing a really nice job on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, very, very efficient there in the first half. Waukee Northwest was able to get Sadie Moss involved at times and had her moments here and there, but again, it's just trying to find that other option, Tracy, and just the Wolves haven't had that in the first half, so again, it's all going to be about the adjustments that Coach Powell's going to have to make.
Yeah, and like we talked about, you know, Sadie's doing a nice job posting up. Jaden's doing a really good job playing defense on her. And when the ball does go in, there's three people on her. So I think the last move that she made where she just had a quick dribble to the baseline, she missed the shot, but that's the right idea for her to get some points on the board.
Two veteran head coaches in the locker room giving their instructions to their team before the second half begins. Again, it is Ankeny Centennial leading Waukee Northwest 30-16. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you all set up for the second half here from Waukee Northwest on CISN.TV.
Our year-end Red Tag event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Or 0% APR for 72 months on Bighorns. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And our last 2023 Jeep Cherokee on sale for $40,990. Incredible year-end savings at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. DeArmondAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Almost ready for the second half to get back underway here at Waukee Northwest High School. The Den, fans continuing to file in. Ankeny Centennial leading 30-16. A couple of other games going on, of course, here on a busy Tuesday, January 2nd. One score update, Ankeny taking on Valley there up in Ankeny, and it is a 5-point lead for the Hawks. Meanwhile, Johnston, I believe that was 36-14, their lead over Southeast Polk at half. And, you know, going across some of the other rankings as well, Class 5A, they will be a new release of those on Thursday, but and all roads, I think, are going to lead through Johnston 10-0 entering the new year. And then you have Davenport North at 9-2. That team awfully talented. Dowling Catholic at 6-3 at number 3. Waukee, one one of the high-scoring offenses in the state, led by former Valparaiso Beacon Danny Franklin at 7-2. West Des Moines Valley at 7-2, but have their hands full against Ankeny. Pleasant Valley, the defending Class 5A champs. They come in at number 7. Of course, Ankeny Centennial at 6. Cedar Falls at number 9 at 8-1, and Cedar Rapids Prairie checking in at number 10 at 7-1. Two teams nestled within the top 12. Waukee Northwest at number 12. Really need to find a spark here, Tracy, to start this second half. So, again, going back to the adjustments, what are the big things, putting that coaching hat back on? What do you think the adjustments were for both sides? And, again, beginning with the Wolves, who will have the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I think offensively they're going to need to figure out some different options to get their scorers the basketball, get them some free looks instead of having to work so hard. And then I think Centennial just needs to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, if it's not broke,
don't fix it.
Don't fix it. So back underway here on CISN.TV. Glad to have you with us. This is when the games really do begin across the state. Trying to play your best brand of basketball leading into March. Romy Crota, player that we highlighted beforehand as a player to watch. Pretty quiet there in the first half. Give credit to the Jaguars defense, but no doubt if the Wolves want to come back in this one, need to get her involved. Jaden Pratt just has not been her night offensively. 2 point-blank misses, rare misses at that for the junior. Waukee Northwest looking to eat into this 12-point deficit. A lot of contact on the way up for Croat. The Wolves battle for the miss. Al Hamid's jumper, no. Crawford with another rebound. Pratt from straight away fires it to Blackmore near side. A little off target on the pass. So backdoor cutting Pratt. Tie up, held ball.
Well, I think right away with Waukee Northwest, you can see that they're going to different people, trying to get somebody else. That cross screen came to Grote instead of Moss that time. I don't know if that's a design or if they switched that up at halftime, but definitely a different look, trying to get some different scores involved.
Crawford, who led the Jaguars in scoring in the first half with 13, fires the inbounds into Blackmore, who knocked down a 3 in the second quarter. Reversal to Crawford. Gets a screen to work with now, posts up. That will go over the basket. Trying to use as much glass as she could, but they went over and back, and it will be Waukee Northwest trying to get back in this one again, down by 12. 6.5 to play here in our third quarter. Al Hamid. The dish down to Moss down low. Leaves an open shooter with a good look up top. That was Vogt. Couldn't answer. Centennial's been very good on the glass. Not many offensive rebounds given up by the Jaguars tonight. Tilly Smith. Here's Martin, right side of the lane. Altered on the way up, and there's the athleticism from Jaden Pratt, who has that volleyball background. Just off that miss in midair, caught it and throws it off the window and in. At some point you continue to work hard there on the glass, you're going to reap the rewards. Active hands by the Jaguars. Slaps the ball out of play.
They're just relentless on defense all the time. They never let up. They're always going for tips, loose balls, deflections.
Sounds like a broken record, but the amount of turnovers that they face has to be among tops in the state. Difficult reverse layup nearly falls for Billich. Al Hamid up top. 3 doesn't go. Crawford grabbed the rebound and some contact there, inadvertent. Sadie Moss, but popping right back up is Crawford.
Yeah, I don't know that she really moved on that. I think it was just a little bit of incidental contact, but.
Now a press here deployed by the Wolves. Blackmore threads it ahead. Pratt with the shot fake. Oh, just a wild attempt there, flailing up in the air, but Jaden Pratt earns a trip to the free throw line here with just over 5 minutes to play in our third quarter.
Number 4, Jaden Pratt at the line for the Jaguars with 2 shots.
Pratt, a 70.5% free throw shooter this season, averaging 11 points per game. Did not score in that opening half after missing 2 close shots there below the basket. She has been able to find her groove. She has 4 points. The lead is now 34-18 for the number 6 team in Class 5A, Ankeny Centennial. Tatum DeVries got the start tonight. And they want to go down low to Moss, but Pratt really making it difficult. Moss, you could tell her calling for it, speeds around Pratt and gets the layup up and in.
There they got her. I think they're thinking just a little bit too long on that pass. If she gets a one-on-one, you need to give it to her quick.
Well, especially just taking that one dribble and gaining the space. Very quick at 6'1". Pratt for 3, puts it in. Well, Tracy, you knew she wasn't going to stay quiet for long. 7 points here in the quarter for Jaden Pratt, and the lead starting to balloon up to 17 for the Jaguars.
Yeah, they definitely have multiple options for scorers. Good take by Moss. She's getting a little more aggressive this half.
We could sense maybe not so much frustration, but just some angst that wants to get her team revved up here.
Yeah.
As it's starting to getting away from them a little bit.
Well, I think the difference between the first and the second half is just taking that one strong dribble, picking it up and getting to the rim instead of thinking about a move. She's just going quick.
Again, this is a Waukee Northwest team that averages just over 60 points per game. They've only scored 22. Still a 15-point ball game with a quarter and a half to play. Working in transition. Maybe a little bit of contact on the way up. Good take there from Croat, trying to finish with the left. A closeout defense by the Jaguars really made what could have been an easy layup. Now having to work once again are the Wolves. So Tracy, I'm sure you like the timeout there by Waukee Northwest, where you've been able to build some solid possessions together on both ends of the floor and just gradually again trying to pick apart this Jaguars lead.
Yeah, I think they're doing a better job offensively. They just need to stop them. Offense, Centennial's having a really good night.
Crawford, no on the layup. Rebound by Moss. Transition 3, far side. Knocking that one down is Logan Vogt. And what was as large as a 17-point lead for the Jaguars, down 2-7. But then starting to make a little bit more noise. This momentum has started to shift for Northwest. Jaguars trying to end it here. Top of the key look. Doesn't go for Smith. And it will be Wolves basketball as it was last off of Kylan Smith.
Looks like the Wolves are trying to speed Centennial up just a little bit, but the one thing they're so good at is getting in the half court, settling down, and still finding a good shot.
Bringing it up is Logan Vogt, talented freshman. DeVries trying to find Moss again down low. It's Waukee Northwest. Freeze once again, nothing going. Now between Crawford and Pratt, Moss with good vision found an open Logan Vogt. They can't knock down the three, and now it's Crawford back to work here for the Jaguars. Maya Crawford bobbles the basketball, goes out of play, a rare miscue by the junior. So things have gotten a little cold here for Ankeny Centennial over the last few minutes. Still a 10-point lead. 37-27. Just under 2 to play here in this third quarter. So looking ahead at Waukee Northwest's schedule, the road certainly does not get any easier. They'll be at Dowling on Friday, then back here at home against West Des Moines Valley, and then travel to Johnston next Friday.
Whew, that's a tough few games.
So you better be ready right out of the break. Vogt with the head fake. Oh, and 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Wait, foul will be whistled against Ankeny Centennial.
And of course, foul is on number 5, Maya Crawford. That is her first. That's the team's second.
They've definitely adjusted their help defense inside with Moss scoring a few points in the second half. They're doubling that a lot quicker.
Waukee Northwest has outscored Ankeny Centennial 11-7 here in this third quarter. It was a 30-16 point advantage for the Jaguars at half. Both sides making some substitutions. Calling for it is Danberg. Bounce pass to Moss, let her in perfectly. Layup doesn't go, but gets her own miss. 3 on the way. Off target. Another offensive rebound brought down by the Wolves. Off the drive, DeVries gives it up, and pulling up from inside the elbow is Billich. 3 or 4 good looks for the Wolves, but cannot cash in. Jaden Pratt, all of her scoring's been done here in the third. Smith from the corner.
That's nice.
Making it look easy, but when you're sprinting in along that baseline and having to time that floater up, having the touch, has a lot of hours spent in the gym to be able to complete plays like that.
Absolutely.
Romy Crope, meanwhile, taking it right to the Jaguars there to the glass, and will be at the line. One of 6 freshmen on this Waukee Northwest squad. And she hits the first. Sadie Moss will get a much-needed breather. Really worked hard here in this third quarter. Crote now has 9 points. Moss leads the way in scoring for Waukee Northwest with 12. And back again is that press that's been sprinkled in by Waukee Northwest, but the Jaguars bring it across the half-court line. About a 6-second difference between shot and game clock here for the Jaguars. Leading by 10. Pratt posting up. Gains separation there. That's a junior against a freshman. And the upper hand goes to the junior. Crawford stealing it at half court. Can't quite get that shot to fall. Final seconds here of the third. Vogt throws it up from half court. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Really saw a lot of fight from Waukee Northwest there in that third quarter, but still with some work to do as Ankeny Centennial takes a 41-29 point lead into the fourth quarter, which we'll have for you after this on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
3 quarters down, 1 more to go here in this first contest of 2024. It's been a fun 3 quarters up to this point. 41-29 Ankeny Centennial leading Waukee Northwest again here on CISN TV along with Tracy Daly and Hunter Phillips. And Tracy, we really saw some good things out of Waukee Northwest there in that 3rd quarter. Now it's just about trying to be able to build off of it as we do have a tie-up below the basket.
Yeah, I think Waukee did a nice job getting some points from some different people, but then Centennial came back with the defense and got a couple steals and hit a couple shots.
And we saw this press being deployed by the Wolves in that 3rd quarter. They go back to it, trying to catch the Jaguars off sync. They needed to get it across, and they were unable to do so. But executed to a T, that full court press there by Waukee Northwest, who's really turned things up on defense. And again, that goes to the principles taught by their head coach, Sam Powell. But it's not as though defense has never been an issue for Waukee Northwest, with Coach Guess, always known as well for really making teams work when they're on offense.
Yeah, shout out to him tonight. I think he's watching. Him and I had some fun battles back in the day, that's for sure.
Driving in from the near side, it's Croat. Al-Hamid couldn't save the ball from going out. Yeah, so this has to be a little different for you. I mean, of course, I had a great tenure at Southeast Polk High School and got to end your time by coaching your daughter Brooklyn, and now putting the headset on.
Ooh, that's a nice pass right there. Sorry to interrupt you. Woo, that was pretty.
But you get this advantage point right here to be able to see plays being orchestrated from up top. And how about these Wolves?
Yeah, they're not giving up, that's for sure. But yeah, this is an interesting vantage point. And I can appreciate both sides, both teams now.
Boy, it really has been a lot of fun. A timeout here called by Scott DeYoung. And it is a full timeout, so we will take one with them. 10-point lead for the Jaguars on CISN.TV.
Our year-end Red Tag event is going on now at DeYarmond Automotive, Knoxville. Every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Or 0% APR for 72 months on Bighorns. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And our last 2023 Jeep Cherokee on sale for $40,990. Incredible year-end savings at DeYarmond Automotive, Knoxville. DeYarmondAuto.com.
Ankeny Centennial cheer squad making it down here to the Den. Cheer on not only the girls basketball team, but also the boys basketball team as well. Second game of our doubleheader here on CISN.TV will tip off momentarily after this one is up. And Ankeny Centennial built as large as a 17-point lead, but knew that the Wolves were really going to make the Jaguars earn this one to walk out of here with a dub. And out of the Ankeny Centennial timeout, Waukee Northwest with the basketball. And this was a 30 to 16-point game and half the lead for the Jaguars. But then it was a good 3rd quarter 13-11 advantage for the Wolves. Sadie Moss, speaking of making her opponents work.
Yeah, that's that high ball screen we were talking about in the first half.
Boy, and what a fun battle that has been between her and Jaden Pratt. Aaliyah Al-Hamid bodied up, and Crawford rips it away, taking it to the glass, and is fouled on the way up. Maybe taking out a little bit of frustration from the third quarter. They're coming away with yet another steal. She has at least 4 tonight. Crawford had 13 points in the first half, has yet to score here in the second half. Try to get some insurance points here at the line as her first free throw is up and in.
Yeah, you saw some frustration at the end of the quarter. She's taking good shots. They weren't going in at the rate that they were going in the first half, and I think that was a bit frustrating for her.
But taking out that frustration in a good way, making a clean play defensively. Just nothing Al-Hamid could have done differently there at center court. 12-point lead for Ankeny Centennial, coming in with a 5-5 record. Moss catching near a clean strip of the ball there down low, but another whistle will go against Ankeny Centennial.
You can see Sadie Moss deliberately posting up strong, screaming for the basketball. Sometimes not seeing the weak side help there. A lot of times you feel like you're open, but you're not. But they were able to get her the ball and get a foul.
Moss hits the first. And that is already the third team foul on Ankeny Centennial here in this fourth quarter. Still a lot of time left. Short on the second. Crawford hugs in the rebound. Pratt looking for an option down low, and will opt to hand it off to Maya Crawford. Crawford, with 2 Wolves surrounding her, coughs up the basketball. Billich will go ahead and earn a trip to the line.
Nice job creating contact on that shot.
Vanna Billich, just a sophomore. Really like what she brings to the table. Not connect on the first, averaging 7.5 points per game, and did not want to do the broadcaster jinx because that was her first miss of the season. She was 13 of 13 from the line.
Ooh.
But a rare 0 for 2 trip. It's been a quiet night for her. Trying to take advantage of trips at the line, and once again, the Jaguars loose with the ball. Moss, tremendous catch, and finish left side, but well-delivered ball there, mid-post for the senior. And the hand caught in the cookie jar there are the Wolves with 5:27 remaining. Physicality really starting to pick up here with a lot of time left.
Yep.
So a timeout will be called by Sam Powell. They will have 2 timeouts remaining, a full timeout, and we'll take a break with them again. 43-34 Jaguars on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Tonight? Really? Huh.
Student section already starting to make its way here at the Den, and they are appropriately known as the Pack. 43-34, Ankeny Centennial leading Waukee Northwest. They have led since the very beginning. Waukee Northwest hoping to get some more energy out of its student section. That's also climbing out of hibernation from the winter break. So 2 timeouts left for Waukee Northwest, 4 for Ankeny Centennial. Centennial has already committed 4 team fouls. Waukee Northwest has committed 2. Finley Blackmore, who has 7 points tonight. Pretty balanced scoring effort from the Jaguars. Just gets the inbounds into Crawford. Pratt out to the corner to Tilly Smith. Blackmore.
Nice.
Down low for Pratt.
That's the high-low we were looking for. They're just, even when the pressure comes, they're just always under control. They don't get too sped up. Probably one of the most impressive things about them.
Well, when you're in the huddle with Scott DeYoung, it just gives you that vote of confidence as well. Pratt cannot connect on the first free throw. Talking about a coach that's won 7 state championships, a state record, and 690 wins, knocking on the doorstep of 700. What a career for Scott DeYoung.
Yeah, we always joked a few years ago. He said he was going to be done before me. He's sticking it out. Why wouldn't you, though? He's had some great teams.
Of course, led Ankeny to many, many successful seasons, and then when it split up into 2 schools, took a chance on Ankeny Centennial, and they've been great ever since.
Yeah, that was a great possession by Waukee Northwest. Slipped a little elevator screen and then kicked it out when she got covered. That was pretty.
3 ball, far corner. Jaguars can't respond. And now the Wolves trailing by 7. Can't afford these kind of plays. Once again, it's Crawford that's right in the thick of many of those exchanges. We'll remain with Waukee Northwest. Logan Vogt, who has 5 points tonight, is there along with Crawford. Vana Bilic bounces the inbounds into Sadie Moss. 15 points tonight, tied for the game high. Sets a screen here. Clapping her hands and calling for it again is Moss. 10 on the shot clock here for the Wolves. Al Hamid splashes down the triple.
4-point game, here we go.
Closest it's been since the first quarter. How did the Jaguars respond here? Under 4 to play in the 4th quarter. Crawford backs it out. Martin goes back to Crawford, sees the opening in the lane, and second time in the second half, she's just simply lost control of the basketball. A timeout will be called here by Ankeny Centennial. Scott DeYoung wants to talk things over to his squad, and we'll step aside for a quick break as well. 4-point ball game here at the Den on CISN.TV.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
The decibel levels have certainly picked up here at the Den. 4-point lead for Ankeny Centennial, calling a timeout with 3:45 remaining. And here's the latest bucket by Waukee Northwest. Leah Al-Hamid had been quiet, but she always has the green light to shoot there from beyond the arc, trimming the Jaguar lead down to 4. But a roller coaster of a game here thus far, Tracy, and still a lot of time left.
Yep, Waukee Northwest needs to take care of the ball, get a good possession, get a couple good ones in a row, because you know Centennial's going to be playing defense.
Croat. Very fortunate is Billich. A high screen reset to Logan Vogt. Shot clock starting to dwindle down here for Northwest.
Jaden Pratt is playing great defense.
But just
found a way. Yep.
Shot clock was set to expire. Moss put herself in great position.
Woo!
My goodness, these two teams going at it. Layup in transition. Left short.
Yep. That last possession, Sadie Moss just wanted that one more. She fought and fought until she got it. That was impressive.
Oh, a night for Moss, 17 points. Jaguars caught a bit of a break. They will have a fresh shot clock and will inbound it. Backs to the wall here on the road where they are 1-2 this season. Martin. Smith, here's Pratt. Right side, slamming the doors shut are the Wolves. Just an ill-afforded turnover there. Goes right through the hands of Billich. And Tracy, that's one of those plays where I could see the coach coming out and you were, boy, you had the numbers in transition.
Yep, that was tough.
That's just the second time here in about the last set of possessions that Billich has just been a little loose with catching that outlet pass. Errant ball from Jaden Pratt. Ankeny Centennial lucky that it went out of play. It's been a flip of a switch.
Yeah, the defense has definitely been turned up.
Centennial clinging to a 2-point lead and led by as many as 17 points in the third.
Nice screen.
Fired up was Maya Crawford, who read the backdoor cutting. Jaden Pratt beautifully and got the finish near side, and that you could just tell was a much needed bucket there for the Jaguars to stem the tide. But good work off the dribble from Romy Croat. And she'll be back at the free throw line.
Jaguars foul is on 24. That is your first team Smith in the quarter. Northwest is now the bonus.
So Waukee Northwest is now in the bonus for the remaining minute and 57 seconds here. First free throws up and in for Croat. She joins Sadie Moss in double figures with 10. Second one doesn't fall through. Maya Crawford between a small pack of Wolves there brings down that rebound, and it's a foul again. Don't let the size 5'8" fool you for Maya Crawford, averaging 7 rebounds per game. She likes to make the little plays, what seem to be little huge, earning that possession. And now the fouls starting to pick up here for Waukee Northwest. And now it will be Ankeny Centennial also in the bonus here with 1:48 remaining. 3-point ball game, and it's going to come down to free throws. Crawford's first on the way is in. Just 3 points here in the second half for Crawford, but it's been much more than just the scoring for Crawford.
Yeah, she's had a great game on both ends of the floor.
Second one goes up, in and out. Sadie Moss has also been great tonight. She gets the board for Waukee Northwest, who again has 2 timeouts remaining. Ankeny Centennial has 3. Moss.
Ooh.
Thought about the Euro step. Instead, it's Al Hamid making a 3 earlier. Doesn't connect. Jaden Pratt in perfect position to get the rebound, but then airmails the pass ahead for Tilly Smith. Just working a little too quickly there, coming off that missed shot for Waukee Northwest.
Just a little out of sorts in transition.
Waukee Northwest has not led tonight. And just as they brought it into their side of the floor, Coach Powell wants to talk things over with his squad. Full timeout for the Wolves. We'll step aside as well. Or actually, we'll go ahead and we'll stay here with it being here late with 1:14 remaining. And 4-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. So, Trace, you've been a part of these situations on both ends when you're either up by 4, when you've had a lot of the momentum for much of the day, and then also on the other side for Waukee Northwest where you're starting to really reel back in. So now it comes down to practicing these late game scenarios, and this is what makes the game so much fun.
Yeah, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I don't even have nothing to do with it. Yeah, and Centennial, like I said, they were so composed for most of the game. They just got a little sped up a couple times. They just need to calm down. And then I think, Waukee Northwest is trying to set a couple cross screens to get the ball into Moss, rightfully so. I just think there's not a lot of room for her to work right now. They're definitely plugging it up.
Again, Waukee Northwest only had 16 points in the first half. They have really been able to turn the table over here against Ankeny Centennial, and this is a Centennial squad that's right about their average as a scoring team. Average set 47 points per game, that's where they're at, but right now they're hoping to add a few more insurance buckets to walk away with a victory, while Waukee Northwest returning to its home floor want nothing more than a come-from-behind victory. Village nowhere to go with the basketball, gives it up.
It's a great block.
So back to its bread and butter. Ankeny Centennial. Just 2 Jaguars right there, and just one thing you don't realize, the length of players like Maya Crawford and Jaden Pratt and how they make those passes so difficult.
Yep. Oh.
And that could have gone either way. So it did certainly favor Ankeny Centennials. That easily could have been Waukee Northwest ball, but here is Pratt. One of the players you want at the line here in this situation, leading by 4 and just over a minute to play.
Kind of a what comes first, chicken or the egg situation. There was definitely a travel and definitely a foul.
Just a split-second difference there in that call. Pratt with 13 points, again, all of which have come here in this second half. Splits the pair. Moss will take the dribble herself for a brief moment. Less than a minute remaining here at Waukee Northwest. Do the Wolves have some late game heroics in them, trailing by 5. Al Hamid floats it left short. Moss tangled up with Pratt. Two players who have given it their all here tonight. After the tie-up, it will be Centennial basketball. We've seen at times Ankeny Centennial's had difficulty working it through the pressure put on by Waukee Northwest, but Crawford with such speed easily brings it across the timeline. Continuing to let the clock tick away. Excellent passing here by Ankeny Centennial. A lot of time going off, and you could see Sam Powell just beside himself as a lot of time went off the clock. So that's where that experience from the Jaguars kicks in.
Yeah, you could definitely see how they were composed in every pass. They didn't get too worked up.
Crawford with an insurance bucket. Certainly over 20 seconds went off of the game clock. 13.9 ticks to go here in what's been an absolute gem of a contest between Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. Timeout will be called by Ankeny Centennial and Coach DeYoung setting up his defense.
Okay, I was wondering when that substitution was going to happen. Kept looking at the fouls going, there's only 2.
Well, and so, Tracy, we saw the poise there from Ankeny Centennial. If they walk away with a win, certainly hard-earned, but, Waukee Northwest was able to bring it down to a single possession, and what seemingly was a game that they had in control early here to start the second half, but a lot of learning moments, positive takeaways for sure for Waukee Northwest, but you could tell that the youth was a little bit there when Ankeny Centennial had the ball. You got to be able to stop the clock with time being oh so precious.
Yeah, I definitely think they showed some fight tonight, though, where in the beginning we talked about the offense being a little stagnant, but definitely in the third and fourth quarter their press looked really good, picked up on the defense, started fighting a little bit harder.
So 2 of our officials going up to the scorers table here. Waukee Northwest will inbound. Looked at the upcoming schedule for Waukee Northwest earlier for Ankeny Centennial. They will be at Southeast Polk on Friday, and then we'll be at home next Tuesday, a week from tonight, to take on Dowling Catholic, part of a 2-game homestand. We'll also take on Urbandale following Friday. So both sides getting an explanation here. Let's a little pause in the action. Some high-flying basketball we saw here tonight, especially here in this fourth quarter. Looks like a late addition is going to come out here for Waukee Northwest. Logan Vogt in for Sadie Moss. So after a pause in the action, Wolves need a quick basket here. Trailing by 7. Al Hamid working it to the rim and gets the layup up and in. Waukee Northwest not calling a timeout. What a few seconds wind down. So 5-point ball game. Ankeny Centennial even that much closer to walking out of Waukee with a big road win. It's been an up and down night for Jaden Pratt, but when the Jaguars have needed a play, either on offense or defense, Pratt, big reason why. Jaguars have looking to go wire to wire tonight. 18 points for Maya Crawford, 14, and now 15 for Jaden Pratt.
Great half for her. Great second half.
Last second shot here for the Wolves doesn't go. And it is the number 6 team in the state in Class 5A, Ankeny Centennial, with an impressive win here against number 12 Waukee Northwest. 52-45 is the final score. Ankeny Centennial jumps to 6-5 on the season, while the Wolves drop to an even 5-5 on the year. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our final thoughts from this one, and then we'll jump to Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader here from Waukee on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza. begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Game one of our doubleheader is in the books on the girls' side. What a fun one it was. Came down to the end, but Ankeny Centennial picks up a big road win here at Waukee Northwest, 52-45. Once again, for Ankeny Centennial, they jumped to 6-5 on the year. Waukee Northwest at 5-5. Hunter Phillips, Tracy Daly here closing out game one of our doubleheader. So final thoughts from you, Tracy, in a game that, again, Ankeny Centennial had a very sizable lead there in the early portion of the third quarter, but give a lot of credit to a youthful Waukee Northwest squad for really making the Jaguars earn this victory.
Yeah, for sure. I think Ankeny Centennial is as advertised, great defense, patient on offense. I thought Meyer Crawford played fantastic. Jaden Pratt came in the second half, did some nice things, and I think Waukee Northwest showed some fight late in the game, which is really nice to see for that team that has quite a bit of youth on it.
Well, it set the bar pretty high for the matchup that we're going to have next on the boys' side between Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. But again, for the final for the girls' game, Ankeny Centennial tops Waukee Northwest 52-45. So on behalf of our entire CISN TV crew, led by our producer Randy Nielsen, and for my broadcast partner Tracy Daly, I'm Hunter Phillips signing off for now from Waukee Northwest High School. Stay tuned for the second game of our doubleheader here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Mach-E. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Waukee. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for you. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today.
Showdown. Ankeny Centennial Jaguars coming in at number 8 in Class 4A, taking on the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Back here at the Den, Waukee Northwest High School alongside Tracy Daly. I'm Hunter Phillips. And so, Tracy, no doubt, the first game of our doubleheader really raised the bar up for this one here, as that game came down to the wire. Ankeny Centennial coming away with a big victory on the road, 52-45. The boys team looks to do the same, but, you know, I just posed the same question that I did leading into our opening broadcast, and that, you know, you have to spry yourself out of a lengthy break, not only for the Christmas holiday, but for New Year's as well. And we saw in the first quarter of the girls' game that, you know, it takes a little bit of time to get that rust off. You know, teams may be able to get some scrimmages in here and there, but there really is no matching just that game speed and energy. So as a coach, again, you know, what is the challenge leading into that?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Definitely coming back off a break. depending on how much you rested, and like you said, getting back in the gym is different than playing a game on a Tuesday or Friday night. So, look to see a few bumps here and there in the first couple minutes, but then everybody will settle in, and it should be a great game.
Yeah, and once it settled in, of course, it was just action-packed in the first contest, and we have a player to keep an eye on tonight. So we'll start with Ankeny Centennial. This is very much a backcourt-driven unit. Luke Winkle, one of the top point guards in the state, averaging 22 points per game. The scoring has really picked up for the senior who's going to St. Cloud State. And he is really the one, he's the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for the Jaguars, along with Nick Vasky as well. A team that made it to state last year, have big aspirations to do so again with the experience coming back. And for Waukee Northwest, meanwhile, a team that lost 71% of its scoring from last year. Price Sanford, of course, a big loss for them, but a team that has played well here at home, and they've been led by Grant Tiggs, who's off to a great start to his senior season at 16.5 points per game, but looking to get some more of his teammates involved here in this one. So it's going to be a backcourt display, but maybe what can we see from the front courts as well here in the second game of our doubleheader that we're just a few minutes away from tipping off. Again, it is Waukee Northwest hosting Ankeny Centennial here on this Tuesday night from the Den. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you all set up for tip-off here in Waukee on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Mach-E. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Back here at the Den, Waukee Northwest High School. It is number 8 Ankeny Centennial taking on Waukee Northwest. Once again, Hunter Phillips and Tracy Daly here for game 2 of our doubleheader. First doubleheader of the new year. Ankeny Centennial arriving here in Waukee with a 6-2 record, winning 5 out of its last 6 games. Waukee Northwest, again, a team that features a lot of new faces, new personnel, new looks. They're at an even 4-4. playing here on their home floor. This has always been a tough place for opponents to be able to get a win, no matter on the girls' side or on the boys' side as well. And Waukee Northwest, to their credit, they have won 3 out of its last 4 games as well. And Waukee Northwest has won the previous 5 meetings against Ankeny Centennial. Of course, these 2 teams met in the state quarterfinals last year, which Waukee Northwest was able to get the win. Ended up making it to the state championship game, fell shy there against West Des Moines Valley, but it's a new year. It'll be a fun one here to watch tonight. Now we'll go ahead and turn it to our PA announcer to meet the starters for both teams.
Centennial Jaguars and your Northwest Wolves. Northwest High School and the CIML are committed to maintain the highest level of sportsmanship in all athletic events. To achieve this goal, we ask that fans from both schools treat the players, coaches, and officials with respect. And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and say. First, let's meet the cheerleaders for both teams. For Centennial, please welcome Madeline Luntz, Abigail Ochoa, Eddie Cobal, Ellison Vidal, Bree Barnes, and Abby Smith. For the Wolves, please welcome Laura Dunn, Ayana Cross, Kara Eastman, Katie Bosco, Sarah Endurko, Thomas Pizzetto, and Kylie Sadiq. Officials for tonight's game is assigned by the CIML are Mr. Mike Waller, Mr. Travis Carroll, and Mr. Scott Cook. And now, fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Centennial, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Connor Walker. A 6'5" senior, number 10, Chase Shuddy. A 6'3" senior, number 12, Joey Waukee. A 6'3" sophomore, number 13, Nick Baskey. And a 6'1" senior, number 14, Luke Winkle. And the head coach of the Jaguars is Bob Montana. On your feet, fans, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Northwest Wolves. A 6'3" junior, number 4, Maverick Anthem. A 6'2" senior, number 5, Luke Hart. A 5'11" senior, number 11, Andrew Toes. A 6-foot freshman, number 21, Mac Heitland. And a 6'7" sophomore, number 30, Landon Davis. The head coach of the Wolves is Brett Watson.
So it is the Jaguars and the Wolves set to duel here on the boys' side. Nice crowd in attendance here at Waukee Northwest High School, and glad to have you with us here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Bit of a change into the starting lineup for Waukee Northwest. They will be without Natish Sakaranthi, who had started in all of their previous games. Going in. Ranked win, are winless against ranked opponents this season. Floater up and off for Andrew Kose. Here comes Ankeny Centennial. So Centennial, experienced team. A travel here is going to be called against Luke Winkle, one of our players that we highlighted before the game, and one of the state's best scorers, 22 points per game. That's third in Class 4A. Be a tough assignment for the Wolves tonight. Step back three. Not getting the shooter's touch is Luke Hart. Minute into this first quarter, just getting underway. Nick Vasky, part of a really strong duo in the backcourt. Him and Luke Winkle.
Ooh, nice.
Going up there was Connor Welsh. But too much contact there with the ball by Waukee Northwest.
A couple of high ball screens on that offense, trying to get something. Got a wide open layup.
Welsh hasn't attempted many free throws this year, 3 for 4 on the campaign. Gets the friendly bounce. Centennial as a team, a 71% free throw shooting squad. Splitting the pair and making it a 1-0 lead for Ankeny Centennial. Close call there, high atop the perimeter. Andrew Kose gets a screen from Davis. Davis fires a 3, short. Welsh there with the rebound. Waukee Northwest team that really doesn't battle too often for offensive rebounds. We've seen that here early. Just running back on defense. Drawing the contact while making the 3, Luke Winkle. Boy, you're going to see a lot of phenomenal baskets out of the senior tonight.
He's just so smooth and under control.
We saw the late switch there on defense, just enough space for Winkle, who cannot complete the 4-point play. But it is a 4-point early lead here for the visiting Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. The fans on the other side of the floor for Waukee Northwest still on their feet, looking the first bucket of the night for the Wolves. Here's another try from 3, and that one is in for Landon Davis.
Kind of daring him to shoot in the beginning. We'll see if that holds true.
Just a second make from beyond the arc. Doesn't attempt many threes. Again, normally coming off the bench, but they've let him shoot. He makes one. Trying to answer with another tray are the Wolves. That one doesn't fall from Andrew Kose. 1-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. Playing some really good basketball before the holiday break. Spot up 3. Comes up shy, that's Vasky. Both teams firing it from long distance here in the first half of this first quarter. We'll stay with Waukee Northwest. And 4-4 record for the Wolves. Winners of 3 of its last 4, picking up wins against Southeast Polk, Urbandale, and on the road at Sioux City East. The lone loss to number 9 Ankeny. And for the
Return
second
the
time.
favor.
Don't see that very often.
No.
Unlike Luke Winkle, who made the 3 while being fouled. Not making the 3 is Luke Hart, but he will try to be able to make all 3 here at the line. And the 6'2" senior guard hits the first. Hart this season, 8.5 points. Even 50% shooter from beyond the arc, 12 of 24. And also a really good free throw shooter, as we've seen there. Above 75% here on the season. So he will look to keep his hot shooting going here tonight. Sandro Bilic, his younger sister, we got a chance to watch in the first game for Waukee Northwest. He's in for the first time tonight. Wolves in front, 6-4. Some energy from the bench. Tough take and finish for Connor Welsh. 6'2" guard who plays like a forward, and we saw it right there.
Yeah, for sure. Good body control on that finish.
Tied up at 6. That heads into the Centennial bench. Centennial led by 11th year head coach Bob Fontana, coming back home after spending a long time at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. He's there from 1997 to 2013, so when Ankeny Centennial was formed, it was really a no-brainer for him to come back home, and has done a great job with the Jaguars on the boys' side. Billich, pump fake, trickles that one in. Back and forth affair here to start between the Wolves and the Jaguars.
Nice strong move, just so hard to guard when you keep your body sideways like that. Good take.
Speaking of hard to guard, Luke Winkle, someone who does not shy away from contact. He's really seen his scoring tick up here in his senior season. Hits the first, so not only averaging 22 points per game, 5 assists per game, that's fifth in Class 4A. And you'll expect to see him at the line quite a bit. He attempts 6 free throws per game, which is tied for 4th in the class. So knotted up at 8. Just inside the halfway point here of our opening quarter. Winkle has scored 5 of the 8 points for Ankeny Centennial. But a solid start here for the Wolves on its home floor. All out of sorts. Still able to maintain the basketball. Landon Davis bobbles. Count it. And one for Davis. That was almost a lost cause of a possession there, but Davis, sticking with the play, gets the finish there with the harm. So Landon Davis here at the line for Ankeny Centennial. Just averaging 4.5 points per game. Cannot connect on the and one. .8, the lead for Waukee Northwest. Good look for 3, far side. Chase Shuddy buries it. Off a nice dime from Luke Winkle. And now it is Ankeny Centennial up by 1. And you know, chomping at the bit was this Ankeny Centennial team. That salty feeling coming up short in the quarterfinals last March at the well. Finger roll. Squirts off the iron. Far corner 3 is splashed down.
Not only can he score, he sees the floor really well too. Nice shot.
Abram Klingner, 6'2" junior, back-to-back threes hit by the Jaguars. Some frustration on the side of the bench for Waukee Northwest, especially on the defensive end of the floor. Luke Hart gets the teardrop to fall in. Winkle all the way to the rack and finishes. Just don't know how to defend him because, again, he's just so multifaceted, not only as a scorer, but you don't know if he's going to score or if he's going to assist. In this case, he comes away with the steal. Left-hand dish ahead, and the finish for Shuddy. And the timeout's going to be called by Brett Watson.
Yeah, he's impressive. That last finish, he went up against three people.
So a 30-second timeout here, Tracy, and here we take a look at the latest work here from Winkle. He's just a confident basketball player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and unselfish too. On that last clip, you see he doesn't need to score it. He'll find a teammate and let them knock it down.
Well, and as a team, Ankeny Centennial averaging just over a dozen dimes per contest, with Luke Winkle averaging nearly half of them per game. And we have seen why, not only as a scorer, but as a distributor as well, one of the best that the state has to offer.
Well, and just take the last 3 possessions: score, assist, steal. Pretty impressive so far.
And we saw a really good point guard on the side for Ankeny Centennial, and Maya Crawford, and does have that ability, not quite the scoring ability yet that Luke Winkle has, but in the backcourt is what really sets the table up for the Jaguars. Luke Hart, while falling to his back, still is able to connect with the 3. 3-point lead now for Centennial. 1.5 to play in our first quarter. Winkle pulls up from the mid post. Just filthy stuff from Luke Winkle.
His change of direction and pacing is so impressive.
I know the coaching staff at St. Cloud State up in Minnesota just have to be ear to ear about the possibilities for him with their basketball program, but give credit to the Wolves, especially for Luke Hart.
Yeah.
He has 10 of Waukee Northwest's 17 points. Winkle getting the screen. Foul on the floor on Northwest. Substitutions in for both teams here with 49.5 seconds left to go in the first. Both sides definitely are going to utilize its depth, especially for Brett Watson, Waukee Northwest, just trying to find that right combination. Winkle for three, in and out. Heitland brings down the rebound for Waukee Northwest. About a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Hart's had the hot hand here for Waukee Northwest. Nice off the dribble. Can't kiss it off the glass. 20 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Centennial tried to build to its 3-point lead.
Nice pass.
Just a nice give by Vasky, and the finishing touches put on by Oki. 22-17. Ankeny Centennial, who will hold Waukee Northwest to no points there in that final possession. So 8 minutes into our contest. Strong start for the visitors. Ankeny Centennial, they lead Waukee Northwest 22-17. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on CISM.TV.
Our year-end Red Tag event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Or 0% APR for 72 months on Bighorns. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And our last 2023 Jeep Cherokee on sale for $40,990. Incredible year-end savings at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. DeArmondAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
There's a few members of the pack. Tracy, I don't know if you know this, but did you know that bananas have a hankering for pepperoni pizza?
I did not, but thank you for that insight.
You learn something new every day.
Looks like they got a free pizza down there.
Nothing to make a student section more happy than some free pizza. Anyway, but if you were in the mood for some buckets in that first quarter, it was certainly for you. 22-17. Lead for Ankeny Centennial, who has the ball. Multiple lead changes and ties.
Lots of good screening action there on that possession. Great offensive board.
Runchi leaving the putback just a little short. 3 ball put in. Sandro Bilic, 6'5" senior. There's another one here for Waukee Northwest. Winkle, who had 9 points there in the opening quarter, gives it up down low. Offensive foul.
Could have predicted that one probably after that first bump.
And just good wherewithal for the defender to be able to be set and absorb the contact. It's now back up as Luke Hart brings it up for Waukee Northwest. He had 10 points to lead all scorers for the Wolves there in that first quarter. Billich now with 5. He's second on the team. Hart's made some difficult shots. No look in the corner to Coase. A little too nifty with the spin. Jaguars were right there to wrap it up. But then an errant bounce pass from Welsh puts it right back into the paws of the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Trying to get back on track, back in front. The 3-baller tie for the first time since about the minute-and-a-half mark in the opening quarter. And why not? Lighting it up, Sandro Billich.
A couple of them, yeah.
So really a balanced effort here from Waukee Northwest. Back in front by 1. Winkle. Got it knocked loose. Well done by Heitland.
Too much on that one.
Heitland for 3. Puts it in. 3 consecutive trays buried by the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And it will be a 30-second timeout called by Bob Fontana. And so how about Heitland getting rewarded not only with really initially disrupting the ball here from Luke Winkle, but to be open in transition and hitting this 3.
Yeah, great few possessions by Waukee Northwest. Being patient, using each other.
Just seen some breakdowns from Ankeny Centennial on both ends of the floor, and so no doubt a well-used timeout for Coach Fontana to get his Jaguars back under control here. 26-22. Wolves with their largest lead. Again, it's been awfully tight between these two to start. Just over 5.5 minutes remaining here in our first half. Dribble handoffs to begin the possession. Welsh. Friendly rolls in for the senior-laden Ankeny Centennial team that has put together some really impressive wins here this season. Hart with the head fake. Billich has made 2 here in the quarter. Can't come up with it, but great effort by Inman to save the ball from going out. Better defense by the Jaguars. Up and under layup, no for Welsh. Back with it is Waukee Northwest. Off the glass, no for Hart. Ball tipped into the hands of Chase Shuddy. But quite the resume here for Ankeny Centennial. Defeated number 2 West Des Moines Valley. And number 9 Ankeny during this stretch of winning 5 of its last 6 games. The lone loss to number 7 Waukee, who is playing really good basketball at 7-2, a top 10 team. Well, and just as things were winding down, Nick Vasky with a hard-earned bucket there to knot this up at 26.
Give credit to Northwest. They're playing great defense right now. They're making it really hard to score.
Turnover by Waukee Northwest. Just a lapse in judgment there. We'll give it back here for a short court for Ankeny Centennial. A lot of talent in the CIML in Class 4A. West Des Moines Valley, the defending state champions, coming in again at number 2 in the latest set of rankings from the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Waukee at number 7, Ankeny Centennial at 8. Ball will go back to Waukee Northwest. Both teams giving the ball up. That's the second foul on Vasky. Second team foul on the Jaguars here in the second quarter. Waukee Northwest has not committed a foul here in the second. Again, coming off the holiday break, just getting right back into it. Winkle with the steal.
Oh.
He was looking for a foul, but instead, Inman with the denial will remain with Ankeny Centennial. Just quick action there from the Wolves to chase down the ever-elusive Luke Winkle. Winkle deep three, knocks it down. Unlimited range for Winkle, who already has 2 makes from downtown tonight. Give him 12. Back in front and by 3 are the Jaguars. Dribble drive in for Coase. Excellent rebound there by Shuddy between a pair of Wolves. Transition tray on the way. No. That would have been a big answer again for Okie. Waukee Northwest still a 3-point basket away from tying this one up once more. Heitland made the third of 3 consecutive threes in a stretch for the Wolves.
Oh.
A little miscommunication between him and Inman. And Landon Davis couldn't save it as it rolled out right in front of the Ankeny Centennial bench. You know, Tracy, that always fires up a bench whenever you're able to just get your opponent out of sorts. And
yeah, definitely. And I think those back cuts are so tough because you want to commit to them, but then when you dance and it's the miscommunication of thinking you're going back door, but then you're trying to pop out.
Well, we're coming off a girls matchup where defense was on full display. Again, Ankeny Centennial won 52-45 over Waukee Northwest. Carry on Winkle.
Okay.
Rarely see a carry called against one of the sure-handed ball handlers in the state. But now for the Wolves, it's about taking advantage of the turnover, down by 3. Nice feed down low.
Good
Heitland.
Good rotation on defense.
Davis. Contested 3, Inman short. Davis with a 6'7" frame brings it down. Out to Coase, 3, no. Rebound brought in by Will Smith, sprinting ahead, and he will also be called for a carry as well. So both teams, we're well past Christmas, Tracy, but giving each other gifts here, but neither one has been able to cash in here as of late on the number of turnovers in the second quarter.
Yep, just a little bit sloppy. Everybody needs to settle down and clean things up a little bit.
And again, not to, reiterate it, but you're going to have that, again, coming off a length of time in which you weren't able to play against another opponent. Coase, off the penetration, it's Inman. Swarming that far corner of the Jaguars. 2 to play here in this first half. Hart catch and shoot 3. Can't bank it in. Davis, another O board. Taking it is Inman.
Nice ball fake.
Again, the setup for it has been great, but the finishes have not been there for Ankeny Centennial. For Waukee Northwest. Centennial led 22-17 after the first quarter. Finger roll layup doesn't go. Got a held ball. Will be Waukee Northwest basketball. And that may be, again, a factor as well in trying to shake off that rust, and that normally a lot of those layups and some of those attempts that are within the paint have just been rattling out for both sides.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like maybe a little forced. I don't know that we're necessarily seeing a lot of clean lanes to the rim, but we're still a lot of penetration, a lot of dribbling right now.
Been a low-scoring second quarter. not for a lack of good looks. Inman bouncing along the baseline, far corner. Not there for Landon Davis. Here's Inman, who hits the triple. Maverick Inman letting it fly and ties the game up again, 29 all. Final 50 seconds here in the first half. Nice spin. No finish there for Will Smith. Hart. Back to Inman. Back iron. Now trying to kind of slow down the pace here is Winkle, who hasn't really had as many touches here over the last few minutes. An identical shot and game clock here to close out this back and forth first half. Winkle, deep three on the way. Too strong. They got stripped away by Welsh.
Wow.
Count it. With the rebound, but then uses the contact. Just took it away off the rebound, I should say, there on that replay. Tremendous effort by the senior, who has 7 points, second most on the team. Trying to complete the three-point play is Welsh. He's able to do so. 32-29. Final attempt here for Waukee Northwest. There at half court. The shot doesn't fall, and we are halfway through this contest. Waukee Northwest. Ankeny Centennial taking the three-point lead into halftime, 32-29. Over Waukee Northwest. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll recap everything from the first half after this on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now, through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Get 3.9% for 66 months on new F-150s, plus $47.50 rebate. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both 1.9% for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 rebate. And the all-electric Mach-E. Now, through the end of the year, every one low price. Incredible year-end savings going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We're at halftime here at the Den. Waukee Northwest High School, Ankeny Centennial the number 8 team in Class 4A, leading here at the break, 32-29 over Waukee Northwest. Once again, alongside Tracy Daly, I'm Hunter Phillips, and Tracy, both teams really let things up there in the first quarter, in which Ankeny Centennial was able to outscore Waukee Northwest 22-17. Really, in that second quarter, a lot of good looks for both sides, but still pretty low scoring. But one thing is for certain, if you wanted a back and forth affair, and two teams that are not afraid to let it fly from long range, that's certainly what we saw. But just the big takeaways that you saw there in the opening half.
Yeah, I definitely think both teams look to push the ball. Obviously, they're looking to shoot open threes. A lot of penetration, a lot of dribbling. I like when there's a lot of passing and moving, maybe a little less dribbling without purpose. I think if you're dribbling with purpose and you're going to the rim, fantastic, but dribbling just to dribble, maybe we could eliminate a little bit of that and be a little bit more efficient in the offense on both ends probably.
Well, and some of the notable performances, we knew that Luke Winkle was going to get his, was really strong there in that first quarter. Not only in terms of a score, but we also saw him really distribute the basketball well and even make some plays on defense. So your first glimpse at him, obviously someone who's been a part of Coach Fontana's system. What did you see there out of the star senior there in that first half?
Yeah, after watching the clip in the beginning of the game, I was impressed by his offense, but then seeing how he distributes the basketball and, like you said, little plays on defense, getting tips, getting deflections, getting steals, I think that was what was probably the most impressive for me. And then just not being a super big guy, but still being able to manage his body well in the paint and finish strong and balanced, I think also was impressive.
Yeah, being able to balance the 22 points per game, knowing that he's going to certainly fill things up from a scoring perspective, but also averaging 5 assists per game, knows how to get his teammates involved. Meanwhile, a little bit more balanced on the side for Waukee Northwest. Luke Hart really got things going there in the opening quarter. Believe players really start to contribute in the likes of Mac Heitland on both ends, Sandro Bilic as well. There was one point where Waukee Northwest was able to make 3 consecutive threes, and that was what caused Coach Fontana to call a timeout when Ankeny Centennial faced their largest deficit. But no doubt for a team that is picking up the pieces from a squad that lost a lot of its firepower from a year ago. Some good contributions across the board, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, for sure. Not only who they've lost, but also missing a key player tonight. I think they're doing a great job of, a lot of times you see that when someone's out, their other team or other players step up and kind of fill that void, and they're doing a nice job of sharing the basketball, I think, definitely tonight. Yeah, alluding to, again, Natish Sankaranthi, their second leading scorer, still very much in this basketball game. Been back and forth between the Jaguars and the Wolves, but it is Ankeny Centennial with the 3-point cushion here at half. We'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half here from the Den at Waukee Northwest High School on CISN.TV.
Our year-end Red Tag event is going on now at DeYarman Automotive, Knoxville. Every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. Up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Or 0% APR for 72 months on Bighorns. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And our last 2023 Jeep Cherokee on sale for $40,990. Incredible year-end savings at DeYarman Automotive, Knoxville. DeYarmanAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect.
Taking it away from one another here within the first minute of the second half. Catch and shoot for Waukee. Falling down right in front of the bench. It didn't go. Chase Shuddy there in prime position to grab the loose ball, but his bank-end attempt was swatted away by Waukee Northwest. So another try here for the Jaguars.
I think he thought there was a little contact on that shot.
Pretty clean first half. Didn't see many fouls called. Baskey doesn't go up. An athletic try for Shuddy. Standing their ground are the Wolves, trailing by 3. Hart from the elbow. Inman. Contested 3. Too strong from Hart. 6'5" forward, also a member of the football team. You can tell where he could be a red zone target. They're coming up to make that contested grab, and the Jaguars have really had to earn their way to the basket here to start the second half. And just 2 points have been scored by both teams here as we're almost at the halfway point of this third quarter.
It's a defensive battle.
Splashing down the first free throw is Vaskey. Vaskey with 3 points. He averages 10.5 per game. Connects on both. 3-point lead. Again, the margin has not been very big between these two teams.
Ooh, he's impressive on defense.
Reading that oh so well was Winkle.
Just everywhere.
You gotta love the effort from someone not only known as a scorer, but equally doing that on the defensive end of the floor. 7 on the shot clock here for the Wolves. Deep 3 put up short by Coase. But a fresh 35 here to work. Nifty pass, Davis 3. That'll be wedged between the rim and the backboard. It will be Centennial basketball, and so again, obviously 2 different teams here this year. The average margin of victory between these 2 teams last year was 22 points per game. But of course, Waukee Northwest, not only with Price Sanford, who's now at Iowa, Cade Kelderman as well, great basketball family. Trying to retool a little bit this year are the Wolves, and just a rare mishap. They're turning it over in the mid-post are the Jaguars. Coase. Slamming door shut is Shuddy. Baskey fouled on the way up. And that has to help, really motivate you if you're Luke Winkle in that you turn the basketball over, but then a forced floater goes up, an emphatic block, and then working it the other way. It's just been a grind-out kind of start here to this second half. Baskey makes the first. Splitting the pair. Will Smith nearly able to get that last off of Billage. Isaac Runchie back in. Saw on your screen there for Ankeny Centennial. Short-handed Wolves squad hanging in, down by 4. Good look for 3. Inman knocks down his second 3 of the night. Lead trimmed down to 1 for Ankeny Centennial.
Great ball movement. Nice open shot. Pretty basketball.
Inman also a member of the Waukee Northwest football team, and was on the call for a few of those games and couldn't help myself with the Top Gun references with Maverick. Certainly a great athlete for the Wolves.
Good strong finish there. Little battle down low.
Crunchy at 6'3", putting himself really in a good spot there in that matchup. Get the hook shot to drop. Trying to get Billich open, had a pair of threes in that first half. Instead, it's Hart sprinting from the wing. Will walk his way to the charity stripe.
Centennial foul is on 24. Isaac Crunchy, that is his first, that's the team's first of the quarter. A blue card at the line for the Wolves with 2 shots.
So here is Luke Hart for Waukee Northwest. Has played and started in all of the games for the Wolves this season, 8.5 points per game.
He's got 11 tonight, 12, kind of picking up a little bit of the slack.
Again, just what you want to see when you're without a few of your top playmakers. Winkle, just so quick, so deceptive when he has the basketball.
I will say they're definitely doing a better job guarding him, though, in the second half. It's a little tougher for him to get shots.
Good look for the Jaguars. Unable to connect from 3 near side. Yeah, it just seems like he hasn't had the same effect as what we saw from the beginning. Luke Hart, what a night for him. The 6'2" senior now has 14 points to lead all scorers. Winkle, number 14.
There you go.
Oh.
It's a way to prove us wrong up here.
Just a maestro at work. Spin and then being able to get the finger roll to drop down. Just has such great touch. And just when, if you're Waukee Northwest thinking, okay, we have Winkle, right where we want him to be, not having much of an effect, then he's able to come back on the other end of the floor. I think we're going to have a little housekeeping here, as there may be some
blood on the arm.
So give an assist to the bench for helping out Winkle. So that will give an opportunity for Ankeny Centennial to call a timeout. There's a 30-second timeout, 1:35 remaining. Here in what's, we saw a lot of scoring in the first quarter, Tracy, but it seems like that scoring has dropped down ever since. And, give credit to both sides and how they've been able to play defensively, so you know that this game is certainly going to come down to the wire and who can really come up with the big plays when needed.
Yeah, I definitely think defense has stepped up, just thinking about the back-to-back blocks and steals and defensive stops. I think it's been a little bit harder for both teams to score in the second half.
So with a timeout on the floor, again looking at the first set of rankings in Class 4A across the state. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who was upset at state last year, that's a bit of a revenge tour for them. They're 6-0, number 1 team in 4A. West Des Moines Valley at number 2. Dubuque Senior also undefeated out east at 7-0. A lot of good basketball being played, especially in the Missouri Valley Conference. Linn-Mar 6-1 at number 4. North Scott 7-1 at 5. Cedar Falls haven't played as many games, 4-1, but still in at number 6. As we see Winkle complete the three-point play. I mentioned Waukee, Ankeny Centennial, and Ankeny 7, 8, and 9 respectively, and then Iowa City West with the youngest McCaffrey there at number 10 at 6-1. The steal and the finish. And the student section loving it for the Jaguars. Winkle starting to heat up a little bit as the lead is 42-38. Ankeny Centennial. Time really starting to fly by through here in this third quarter. Andrew Kose off the drive. 3 put in by Bilic.
That 3 for him, I think.
3 on the night, and that has just been a missed assignment for Ankeny Centennial because Bilic really has been lighting it up from long range. So just when Ankeny Centennial thought that they were gaining some separation, not so fast. And how about the third quarter that we have seen from Runchie? 4 points here in this third to answer back to a 3-point lead here for Centennial. Waukee Northwest can hold for the final shot. Bump foul here on Winkle. And, speaking of the Missouri Valley Conference basketball on the boys' side, on Saturday, Waukee Northwest, they'll travel to Cedar Rapids to take part in the Serve Pro MVC CIML Showdown, taking on Iowa City Liberty. A lot of good teams are going to be over there at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. And that's just a day after they will be at Dowling. So a lot of work ahead here for Waukee Northwest, but right now trailing by 3. Hoping to get last set of points here to close out the third quarter. Off the exchange, Inman, short corner jumper, left short. So 3 quarters are down here in this battle between Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. It's been close from the jump. And we have 8 minutes to decide who will win the 6th all-time meeting between Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Welcome back here to the Den, Waukee Northwest High School. 3 quarters down, 1 more to go. And what's been a fun contest between Ankeny Centennial and Waukee Northwest. Hunter Phillips, Tracy Daly here with you as, again, we're starting off 2024 with really what's been an awesome doubleheader between these two crosstown foes. Luke Winkle's got a little bit of tape on his left wrist again. Had that cut there towards the tail end of the third quarter, but you know that he's doing just fine as the Jaguars press the Wolves as they get it across the timeline. Inman, nifty no-look pass, Hart cross court. Bilic has to give it up. Landon Davis, 7 points on the night. Tie up. That was with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Strong defense by Ankeny Centennial and just really nothing working for Waukee Northwest there. Tracy, it just seemed like the Wolves were a little too stagnant.
Yeah, and Centennial definitely picked up their pressure, started trapping a little bit. I think that caught him a little off guard.
We thought maybe we'd see maybe a little bit more sprinkled in that backdoor cutting action as they're able to get it into the back end of Centennial's defense. 3 doesn't fall for the Jaguars. Waukee Northwest will go for a 3 near corner. That rims off. Davis at 6'7" gets the rebound. Bilic buries it. Sandro Bilic with a 4 spot from downtown, and we're tied at 48-44. And this has just been the story of the night. Just when one team is able to get a little separation, the other comes right back. Step back three. Clinks off the front. Davis fouled while bringing down the board. So Ankeny Centennial, Tracy, has really struggled from beyond the arc here in the second half thus far. Don't have the numbers in front of us. Meanwhile, Waukee Northwest, like we talked about, a top 5 team in terms of three-point shooting percentage in Class 4A. They've really shown it, and it's been the three ball that's really kept them around here tonight, able to tie it once more.
Yeah, and I think they're just having patience with it, waiting for open shots.
Last off of Shuddy, so it will remain with Waukee Northwest. Waukee Northwest 2-2 here at home and looking to get their first win against a ranked opponent. They are 0-3 against top 10 opposition this season. Luke Hart with Winkle watching over him. Billich was looking back while in midair, making sure that his heels weren't going to be on the sideline. Disagreeing there is Waukee Northwest, who had about as good of a look as anyone.
They did.
But after the stop, here's Ankeny Centennial. Number 8 team in Class 4A. And the range shot doesn't go. How about this kid on the glass tonight?
He
Chase
works,
Shuddy.
doesn't he? Works hard.
Hoping to get the putback there with the foul, but Shuddy just feel like he has been right there for almost every rebound attempt for the Jaguars tonight. Shuddy's first free throw is up and in. It's no surprise, Shuddy is the team's leading rebounder at 8.5 boards per game. Feel like he's hit around that average tonight.
Definitely.
Makes both. Again, we don't have a tracker on hand, but the amount of times we've been tied, lead changes, certainly a couple of handfuls at least.
Oh.
Billich.
Oh.
That's short. That was a nice find by Heitland. Ankeny Centennial very fortunate that Billich wasn't able to drain his 5th of the night. So Ankeny Centennial, meanwhile, after tonight, they will again travel to Southeast Polk, play against the Rams on Friday. And they're back home for a 2-game homestand next week against Dowling Catholic and Urbandale, but want to ring in the new year as a ranked team and get their 7th win. Winkle shutting the door. Davis, and the flush there in transition.
Great look up the floor.
What a night for Landon Davis as well. He has 9 points, and he has altered at least 2 shots. Waukee Northwest, also a top 5 team in blocks. Winkle silences the pack here inside the den. And not many fouls called throughout tonight's contest. That is the 2nd team foul on Northwest here in this 4th quarter. Centennial has 1 foul. Just a grinding contest. Here is Brett Watson putting his 2 cents in with officiating crew tonight. Again, 3rd season here at Waukee Northwest. Great coaching background, which included a stint at Minot State University. But Had a lot of productive years at several high school stops. Luke Winkle, meanwhile, trying to put a stop here to this Wolves run. And those are the kind of highlight reel plays that make him must-see night in and night out. So a timeout called by Waukee Northwest. We'll step aside as well. 3-point lead for the Jaguars on CISN.TV.
The game, you're doing this, you're talking here, talking about, I'm like, sheesh.
49-46, Ankeny Centennial, after an impressive made three by Luke Winkle, gives them the 3-point lead. And Tracy, this is just really tough to defend right here. When Luke Winkle is feeling it, he can certainly be one of the top prolific scorers in the state.
Absolutely. Look at him catch off balance and then one dribble attempt to drive and just pull back. It's pretty.
Came in as a 40% three-point shooter, 20 of 50 overall, and has certainly added to his total tonight. But Waukee Northwest, they've been in this spot before, and that's how they've answered.
Answered back.
Heitland with 2 threes tonight. Tied again at 49, Landon Davis. A matchup that really doesn't feature a lot of height. Landon Davis has literally stood out. Has made big plays on both ends. Stays with Ankeny Centennial. Winkle, another 3. Too strong. Luke Hart with the rebound. Final 4 minutes to go. Ankeny Centennial looking for its first ever win against Waukee Northwest. Heitland out to Davis for 3. Doesn't go. Baskey brings down the board for Ankeny Centennial. Winkle. Oh, what a find. Out to Will Smith, but better defense by Waukee Northwest. Shuddy gives it out to Welsh, left-handed layup. Rolls off the iron. Mac Heitland swings it out to the top of the key. Davis sets a screen, and Hart turns it over. Smith taking it all the way and finishes. So the Jaguars getting the transition layup after forcing an errant ball from Luke Hart. Heitland deep 3, though. Just reaches the iron. Winkle against 3 Wolves in front of him. Just forces his way through there. And that will put Luke Winkle back at the line. And Tracy, it doesn't matter if there's 2, 3, 4, maybe if all 5 players are there. Luke Winkle is going to find his way at the free throw line. As we talked about, top 5 in the state in free throw attempts. A rare miss.
Well, and what's so impressive is, like we said earlier, it doesn't matter if there's 1, 2, or 3 and how hard they hit him. He still lands on his feet. You rarely see him fall over. He's got great balance.
He now has 21 points here on the night. Had 12 in the first half. Meanwhile, for Waukee Northwest, Sandro Bilic, Luke Hart each with 14. Inman below the elbow. Hart for 3. No. Bilic trying to mix things up to grab the rebound. Up by 3, trying to add to it is Ankeny Centennial. Taking a glance over to the Jaguar bench and resetting is Winkle. Three ball. Good look for Shuddy. They set that screen initially there for Luke Winkle. Brett Watson, the ball's brought up over to the end of the floor. Calls another timeout. Waukee Northwest has 3 left, and we will take a timeout with them. Been a close one all night. 52-49 Jaguars on CISN.TV.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Three-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. 52-49 with 1:45 remaining in this one. Tracy, I feel like it's been a redundant phrase, a 3-point lead, no matter if it's for Ankeny Centennial or if it's for Waukee Northwest. It was a 3-point lead at halftime. It's just been the theme tonight. And so, boy, what a contest here to close out this doubleheader where, again, anything can happen from this point forward.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen 2 really great games tonight. This will be a fun one to finish out.
Of course, the girls set the bar pretty high. Again, Ankeny Centennial, the number 6 team in Class 5A. The girls' side defeating Waukee Northwest 52-45. The Jaguars trying to make it a clean sweep here at the Den. Very seldom do you hear that. This is, again, one of the better new venues in the Des Moines Metro. But the Wolves have been awfully resilient tonight. 90 seconds left to play. Edmond directing traffic, gets a screen from Davis. Back to Davis, wonderful feed, still with the basketball. 4 on the shot clock. Taking it up, and Shuddy says not so fast.
It's a great defensive block.
Baskey swatted away by the Jaguars, and Shuddy just loses his grip on the ball. So a block party there in the last set of touches for both teams. Just over a minute remaining here in the 4th quarter. 3-point ball game. Billich has made 4 threes tonight for Waukee Northwest. Hart out to Davis. Billich, step back 3. May have gotten a piece of the cylinder, but doesn't go. And right there at the Waukee Northwest logo, quick foul there called against Maverick Inman as Luke Winkle had his back to the basket. That is the 4th team foul on Northwest. Centennial only with 1 team foul. So now executing the inbounds is going to be key. Winkle catches. Coach Watson threw his hands up in the air. I think just a little disappointed in how they were able to let Winkle get an easy catch. So the Jaguars are in the bonus from here on out, and it is Winkle. 21 points. Just needs 1 to get to his season average, and he does so. He could fill it up in a hurry, but also has been a great facilitator tonight and has made some key plays on defense and makes key free throws. Five-point lead for the Jaguars. Wolves need to get something going here, and that'll certainly happen. A helpful basket by Heitland. Maybe not the prettiest of shots, but when they fall down, it helps. And so timeout here with 22.7 seconds remaining, and again back at that 3-point lead, 54-51. And so Tracy, knowing that Waukee Northwest, they are over the limit in terms of fouls. How aggressive do you think they're going to be here against Centennial when they attempt this inbounds?
Right. I think you have to be somewhat aggressive. There's not a lot of time left, so you don't want to foul, you don't want them to shoot, but you also shot clock's off, right? Yes.
At 22.7, and one of Coach Watson's philosophies is really making the opponent work on those out-of-bounds plays. So we'll see who can execute here down the stretch. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Now the pressure is really going to be on here for Centennial to try to throw this one in cleanly.
Ooh.
Northwest looking to tip it, come away with the steal. Shuddy catches the inbounds, and right before he gave it back up. Foul there on Waukee Northwest, not taking much time off the clock at all. So again, it is going to come down to free throws here for Ankeny Centennial, a team shooting just over 71% from the line this year. Shuddy comes up empty on the first try. Does has 7 points tonight. Jaguars paced by Luke Winkle's 23. Shuddy's done a lot of great work as a rebounder, trying to get some critical points. Hits 1 of 2. Hart bringing it up. Davis hands it back off to Hart. Throws it off the window and down.
Tough shot. It's a fantastic make.
On back-to-back, really tough shots made by the Wolves. So now make it a 2-point lead. But now time is really starting to dwindle down. 9.1 seconds remaining here in this one. Luke Hart has really stepped up when needed for the Wolves tonight and wasted a little time to get going. Again, scored in double figures in the first quarter. Again, really to help the Wolves continue to just really be the thorn on the side of the Jaguars. So now we'll see what plays will be drawn up. Hart does have 16 points. Now is leading the Wolves. Centennial was able to get the first out-of-bounds play in successfully. See what they can do here. Welsh will catch and will walk to the other end of the floor. Welsh has made a trip to the line here already tonight, but that came back in the first quarter. Came into this contest 3 for 4 from the line. And now he is the lone Jaguar there. And just silky smooth there on the first. Good look at the Jaguar student section in the house. Made some pretty big noise here. And the second one up is in as well. 2 big makes. 4-point lead. Heitland has to throw one up. That doesn't go. And the horn sounds, and what was just a grueling, grinding back and forth affair winds up being an Ankeny Centennial win, their first ever win against Waukee Northwest in program history, and it is a Jaguar sweep here on the road. And so a big win for the number 8 team in the state. They jump to 7-2 on the season, while Waukee Northwest drops to 4-5 on the year. And so that will all but wrap up our night here to start the calendar year of 2024. Tracy, just final thoughts here from, of course, a lot of experience in the CIML. This is just a small taste of what we're going to expect here. A big few months of hoops that'll be coming up here, but a lot of fun to work with you tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me. It was great. 2 great games, back and forth. It was a lot of fun.
Just what you would want here to ring in the new year. So on behalf of our entire CISN.TV crew, once again led by our great producer Randy Nielsen, and for my broadcast partner Tracy Daly, I'm Hunter Phillips signing off from Waukee Northwest High School, and you've been watching Iowa High School basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.